In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the one God to whom all praise is forever due, we thank Him for coming to us in the person of Master Fard Muhammad and raising in our midst the long-awaited Messiah, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We thank them both for their divine mercy among us in the presence of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. Beloved, welcome again to Self-Improvement, the Basis for Community Development. This is May the 8th, 2020, and tonight's assignment is the completion of page 2, which will bring us to the end of Minister Farrakhan's powerful letter dated 30 years ago this month, May 18, 1990, settling a dispute on the characteristic of humility. This letter contains a divine warning wrapped in divine love and mercy. Please give it special attention in your discussion tonight. 30 years later, after all that has taken place, the believer and the student is able to see, expected to see, what was not so apparent to those who were present at the time as these study guides were being revealed. And that is Minister Farrakhan's pivotal role in the resurrection and salvation of the black man and woman. It is far more than anyone but Master Fard Muhammad and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad could have imagined. We have been thoroughly prepared for this hour. We must not forget the reason Master Fard Muhammad came to America. He did not come here to help us find a way to live among white people, the infidels. He came to get us, His people, and return us to our own. He also came to destroy those who had deceived and misled us so that we knew nothing of our true selves. In order to do that, He had to search the earth to locate us, the lost members of the original nation, then make from among us one for Himself so that He could return us to our own. He also has the objective of destroying those who deceived and misled us into the deplorable condition He found us in. So much was done by Master Fard Muhammad's father to prepare him. So much was done by Master Fard Muhammad to prepare the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And so much has been done by the two of them to prepare Minister Louis Farrakhan for this moment in time. We all are the beneficiaries of this intense preparation. Brother Minister Jabril Muhammad has written of Master Fard Muhammad, and I quote, "He did many things, the impact of which can be seen and felt throughout the earth even now. The Holy Quran says that in this day He would guide the whole affair. In another place it reads that the earth would be in His grip on the day of resurrection. That day is now. This day is His day. His perception and evaluation of everybody and everything is perfect. He is wiser and more powerful than everybody and everything combined. He is executing His plans right now. Just study the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's moves." End of quote. So listen again, beloved, to what he said. Just study the Honorable Minister Farrakhan's moves. So he is telling us that if we want to see how Allah's plan is being executed, then we study the moves of his servant, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And you may ask in this moment, well, what moves? Everything is at a standstill. No, everything is not at a standstill. Satan's world is at a standstill. Allah's creation is in motion. The minister called the Honorable Elijah Muhammad a moving reality. To move is to cause something or someone to go from one place or position to another, to make progress or to develop in a particular manner or direction. Move is to change a place, position, or state. The minister, through the guidance he has been giving us right up to the message we received at Savior's Day 2020, in that he gave us what is happening now and told us it was happening, but it had not yet manifested. He is making moves, and we should be moving because we are instructed by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to go where the minister says to go. The minister directed us to get into this study course. And if we are in it, we are in fact making progress and we are developing as an individual in a particular manner and direction that is causing a change in our position. We are showing the time and what must be done every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. local time on NOI.org. Right now, we are on Muhammad's Economic Blueprint. Please go back and watch this past Wednesday with the introduction by student minister Ishmael Muhammad. If you did not think we need to separate from our enemy and go for self before now, surely you realize we need to follow the minister's instructions in this hour. The black man and woman must consider separation. Among other things, this calamity under the symbolic name COVID-19 has led America to the disgrace the Honorable Elijah Muhammad promised her in the fall of America. In the May 5th edition of The Atlantic, there is an article entitled, "The President is Unraveling." Well, isn't that what Minister Farrakhan told us is taking place in the Savior's Day 2020 message entitled, "The Unraveling of a Great Nation"? The United States of America has overnight been exposed to the world as the true third world country, which she likes to label other nations, especially those populated by people of color. But under the domination of a people of no color, America has reacted to this pandemic like a so-called third world country. Her non-existent healthcare system could not handle the number of people in need of hospitalization. COVID-19, as numerous medical experts have stated and demonstrated, does not kill more people than other infectious diseases. What it does do is make more people require hospitalization than America can handle, because this is not a society that cares about or takes care of the sick. This is a drug society. This is a big pharma society. So if you or I get sick or develop a health problem, the high probability is that we will get a prescription for drugs and go home. I never knew until this crisis that there are only 1 million hospital beds in a nation of 350 million people. So without a treatment or even space for this sudden onslaught of patients whose lungs have been compromised and cannot breathe and who are contagious, the world's leading nation has collapsed. America has to get supplies and equipment from China while blaming China for the virus. People are dying from neglect. Hospital staff and workers are taking to social media platforms to cry out over this. We're looking at a dysfunctional government, especially at this federal level, with a raggedy infrastructure that cannot move things from point A to point B, can't get test kits out, can't even produce a reliable test. And just this morning, we saw on the news 1 million pounds of potatoes sitting on farms in Seattle because all of the schools and restaurants are closed, but elsewhere there is a line of cars 3 miles long with people trying to get food. Not a banana republic, but a potato republic whose corrupt politicians give billions of dollars to their cronies who head multinational corporations under the guise of a bailout. The LA Lakers and Ruth's Chris Steakhouse got millions of dollars that were supposed to go to small businesses, while the real small businesses, especially the black ones, got nothing. The airlines, who make billions of dollars, squeezing us into their planes like sardines and making us pay exorbitant fees for luggage, make us pay an entire airline ticket if we change a flight, they got $50 billion. There is a lot up under what is going on, but this is not the time or place to go any further because it's time for study. I would only ask this question because some of us fear going for self. Even now, I ask us, with almost 40 million people unemployed in America, we see what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us is true. She cannot employ her own people, and black people were already at the bottom of income earners. I ask, what is it we are holding on to? Here's another black man, young, 25 years old, out jogging on a Sunday morning in February in Brunswick, Georgia, murdered by 2 rednecks who killed him with a shotgun because they decided he was a burglar. No, they decided they did not want this black man to enjoy life. I have said repeatedly, our crime in white America is our presence. But fear not, beloved, this is our day. This is our time. No one can take from us what Allah God has given us. May Allah bless us with love and the light of understanding as I leave you in peace. Assalamu alaikum.